It is peak summer, it is beautiful outside, and there is an incredible variety of fruit for us to utilize. You can make so many desserts with the amazing fruit that we have on offer in the summertime. Today we are focusing on just one, and that is the humble blueberry. I adore blueberries because not only do they taste amazing, almost have a floral flavor to them, but they also bake up beautifully and they go bright purple. So I'm going to take these blueberries and show you how you can make the ultimate, best ever blueberry pie. We're going to start out by making our pie filling. So here I have all of my lovely blueberries. We're going to add these into a bowl. Now I use fresh blueberries. For this recipe, you actually can use frozen blueberries. That will work well too. So whatever you have available to you. Next into this, we're going to add in a little bit of sugar. We don't have to go crazy with the sugar here. Blueberries have such amazing flavor as is. You just want a little bit of sugar to enhance all of the lovely flavors. Then we're going to add in a little bit of salt. And then we're going to do a little bit of lemon zest because lemons and blueberries are BFFs. They just love each other so much. And then after the zest, we're also going to add in a little bit of lemon juice. Now the lemon juice just helps kind of neutralize the flavors of the fruit a little bit. You'll see me add this a lot in my pie fillings, crisp fillings, cobbler fillings, whatever it is. A little splash of lemon juice goes a long way. Then we're going to add in a little bit of corn flour. And what this does is that once the blueberries release their liquid, this will help to thicken that and make it almost like a sauce and also make your pie filling nice and thick. Then give this a mix up. You can almost automatically start to see the corn flour working and coat all the blueberries. So we're going to set this over to the side. Now let's talk pie crust. This is my no-fail pie crust. This is on the website. I've used it hundreds of times. I absolutely adore it. If you want, you can use store-bought pie crust. Just make sure it's good quality. So we're just going to roughly roll this out until it's around a 10-inch circle. It has to be bigger than our pie pan. Our pie pan is 9 inches. So get it as even as you can. I know it always doesn't work out that way. And then here is my pie pan. And I'm going to very carefully lay my pastry into my pie pan. Just pushing it in the sides to get it to take the shape of the pan. There's going to be some pastry hanging over the sides, but that's totally fine. We want to keep that, so leave it there. Move over your pie pan, dust your surface again, and roll out your second piece of pie dough. For this recipe, you need 2 pie crusts because we need the top and we need the bottom. So roll out your top piece of pastry also to around little over 9 inches, just to make sure that it covers the pie completely.
Gemma, top 5 favorite pies, go.
That's a lot of pressure. Strawberry, number 1. Blueberry, number 1.5. Apple pie, I love apple pie, really popular in Ireland. Rhubarb pie, big fan. And then I like peach pie. It's not my favorite. I'd say strawberry and blueberry are probably my top 2. Then what we're going to do is bring back in our pie pan. I have my blueberry filling here. Pile your blueberry filling into your prepared pan. Make sure you get all of that sugar and corn flour mix out of the bowl. Then all you want to do is put a few little knobs of butter on top of your pie filling. This is just going to add extra flavor. It's going to make it kind of like salty, creamy, like really delicious. Then take some egg wash and egg wash your rim of pastry. We do this because we need the 2 pieces of pastry to stick together. And then we're going to use that egg wash later also to glaze the pie. And then very gently lay over our top piece of pie crust. Look at that. This is going to be a huge pie. Now you see all of this pastry that's overhanging? We're just going to kind of gently press the pastry down into the blueberries, and you have all this pastry extra. So we're going to trim it a little bit with a knife, just a little bit. We don't want to cut away too much. Just get a kind of a rough circle kind of a shape. And then what we're going to do is we're going to crimp the edges. Now you can do a lot of different things here. You can leave it as it is and not crimp the edges. You can get a fork and crimp the edges that way. What we want to do is press the 2 pieces of pastry together so they don't pop open in the oven. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my finger and kind of scallop the edges, what we call it. So you just kind of push your 2 fingers side by side and then push one in the middle. And it just gives you this really easy crimping technique and it makes your pie look really good. Just go all the way around your pie. Just in case your pie doesn't look perfect, like I don't think mine is 100% perfect, don't worry about it. When it bakes up, all those little imperfections will disappear. Also, when somebody's eating it, they're not going to care about that. Now I'm just doing a traditional look here with this pie, 2 pieces of pastry on top and on the bottom. You can do a lattice though, and that's what we did in our strawberry pie a few weeks ago, a really simple lattice. You can also do a crumble topping. You could cut little holes in the pastry, whatever you like, get creative. Now to get a really lovely golden brown look on our pie, I'm going to take the same egg wash I had and generously butter your pastry. And make sure you get those crimped edges also so they don't burn. And then I'm going to sprinkle over a little bit of granulated sugar. Sometimes this gives your pastry kind of like a nice crispy shell. It's a nice little added touch at the end. And then that's it. This is there's 4 cups of fruit in this pie. It's going to be a big one. So the thing about this pie is that pies love a hot oven. Pastry loves a hot oven. So we're going to get that in there right now and get it baking. Bake your pie off at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius for roughly 60 minutes or so. You want the crust to get lovely golden brown, and you also want those juices to bubble up a little. This pie looks gorgeous, it smells amazing, and I know those blueberries are bursting underneath this pastry. So what you want to do is let this cool down because it needs to set for a few hours before you cut into it. So you're going to have to restrain yourself. After a few hours, cut yourself a nice big slice. Look at that, look at all those gorgeous blueberries, the color, the purple, and the pastry is so flaky. If you want your pie to be a little bit firmer, then I would say bake it the day before. Once it's cooled down and cut, you may as well dig in. Insane. So I love so many things about this pie. It looks amazing. It's this gorgeous, rich purple color, but the taste is like floral berries. So delicate, so delicious, so unique. This pie is the latest addition to my summer recipe, so make sure you check out all of my other summer videos for inspiration.